Space hamsters are today's lesson. Look at these cool guys. We're going to draw a whole mob, a whole family of space hamsters. Now this one is for all those students at the elementary school assembly that I just visited. Promised you guys a whole group of space hamsters. So you genius girls and boys are going to have fun with this one. Now look at overlapping. This is going to be in front, and it gets smaller and smaller as it moves away. Now remember, if I go too fast for you, just push pause on your computer screen. And if you want to make this image larger, you can enlarge the screen so it fills up your whole computer screen, okay? So don't get anxious or upset if I go too fast. You guys can push pause, and it's an easy way to catch up with me, all right? So let's start the space hamster right here in the middle. Take your pencil. Ooh, look at, I made a mark. Does that ruin the whole paper if I made a mark? No, don't worry about it. Look, oh no, oops. Doesn't worry about it. Don't worry about having everything super exact and perfect. Just relax and scribble and sketch. Look we're just gonna block in our first hamster here. See these two marks here? Don't worry about it. Just scribble and sketch to begin with. That's not exactly perfect. We'll erase that later. Don't worry about it. Remember I was talking about that to you earlier. Now, we'll just sketch on our first little hamster guy here. That'll be the leader hamster. And then I'll put a couple other hamsters back here. Now watch this. Here's a word called placement. This is lower. I'm going to put another shape back a little bit further, another hamster behind here. Now look at these hamsters. This is the near one, and it moves up as it goes away from you. This is close, far, farther, okay? So watch this. This one's close. I'm going to put another one back here, moving away just a little bit. See that? Just sketching it really lightly. Now this one, we're not going to come the same level. I'm going to move up just a bit. Remember this multiple cylinder lesson? You can click on that one too and see near things are lower and as they move away. Now if you want to get a copy of the 12 Renaissance word chart, or if your teacher wants to get a copy of that chart with those 12 Renaissance words, you can just go to, click on the website on Draw3d.com and click on drawing lessons and click on the 12 Renaissance word chart. And it's going to help you. All those 12 words, they've been around for 500 years. All right, so there's our three spheres. And you know what? I'll put another one back here. We'll put another little space hamster here. Now look at this. It gets smaller as it moves away. It's a word called size. This is larger, smaller, and then as it moves further away, it gets a little bit smaller here. And we'll turn these into our big group of hamsters. Right now it looks like if you ever seen a pool table with pool cues, with pool balls, these look like a whole bunch of billiard balls. Look at this, moving away. It gets smaller. We're just sketching, we're just blocking, very light to begin with, okay? Now, let's draw the detail, okay? Let's go back to our main drawing here. Go ahead and zoom in, would you? Look at this guy. Zoom in so we can see. Keep zooming in, keep zooming in. Look at this. That's fine. We're going to draw his eyes. He's staring right at you. Now look at the little reflections in his eyes and the shadow under his eyes. We're going to be using that right there. Go ahead and leave it zoomed in. And we'll start with the two near eyes, all right? So I'll draw a dark eye. Now I'm drawing darker. Look at that dark detail. Isn't that cool? It really makes it pop out. Then I'll draw his nose, kind of a long-shaped nose, a little space hamster nose. Space hamsters! Look at this. This is the reflection. Now I learned how to do that reflection when I was your age, about 145 years ago. My art teacher showed me how to leave a little reflection in the nose or in the eyeball to make it look shiny, like if you're drawing a dog or a kitty cat, leave a little reflection in the nose. And I'm going to do the same thing here. See, I have two pencils. One is sharp and one is dull. I always keep a couple pencils. Look at any pencil will do. Any pencil. I'm going to have this guy staring right at you, so I'll put his pupils right there, okay? Then I'll leave a little reflection. A little reflection. It makes it look like it's a real eyeball. See that? Little details. That's a great word, details. How many details can you learn from me and add to your own drawing? All right, go ahead and zoom out just a bit, and we'll put, let's put his space helmet here. Now the space helmet will be right here, down low, and then I'm going to come up around. Look at that. That's where his helmet's going to go. But I'll darken that in later. First of all, let's put a few little whiskers coming off of here. Little space hamster whiskers. And then, now here's the texture. Watch this. I'm going to put a lot of fur. Watch how I draw the fur. Take my pencil, I'm doing fast, quick lines. Look at this. Look at that fur. See that? Look at that. All these lines. Really, really furry, real textury. Take your hand and feel your paper. See, your paper has a texture, smooth texture. Look over at the wall. See the texture on the wall? Look at your shoe. Look at the texture of the fabric of your shoe. Everything has texture to it, a feel, and what we're going to do is create this texture. Like your hair has a texture, the rabbit has a texture, your dog has a textured fur. Well, the space hamster has texture too, and that's what we just did with the fur. Now I'm going to draw another more detail over here. I'm going to draw his eye. He's going to be looking over. Draw the dark eye here. Here's the body. Here's the fur. Think of texture. Here's the peekaboo eye. Watch this. This eye. Peekaboo's behind here. Why don't you go ahead and zoom in on that just a bit, and I'll move this over so you can see the detail. Let's put his nose. That's good right there. Let's draw the elongated nose and draw in a little reflection there. Isn't that neat? Look at that. And then let's draw his eyes. Leave that little reflection. We're repeating that successful image. Repetition's a good word to learn too. See where we're going to repeat this over and over. Put the texture nice and soft. And then here you go. We want to make it look soft. Don't make it look like a porcupine unless you want to draw a spiny alien hamster race. And I put a couple little whiskers here. Now I'll move this down just a bit. I'll draw one more hamster down here. And let's draw this hamster. He's going to be looking at the ground. I'll draw the near eye. He's looking down. He's over here. He's looking over here. He's going, oh no. What happened? Look, he's looking down. He dropped a nickel. Oh no, I dropped my nickel. How do I pick it up? I don't have any hands. Oh no, and these guys over here going, well, if you don't have any hands, how did you carry your nickel in the first place? You can write a whole story about this drawing. You guys are the author illustrators of the new century, okay? You're the author illustrators of the next decade. You're going to be drawing and illustrating the most amazing books. Now let's start shading here. Look at this. I'm going to use the texture. Look at this. I'm going to use fur to shade it. See? Okay, zoom out so we can take a look at this now. Zoom out. Keep coming out here. Look at this. I'm going to have the light coming from up here. So everybody take your pencil and draw an arrow. Identify where the light's coming from. And let's get it really dark behind each of these hamsters. Look at this. Get it really dark in here. Okay? And I'm going to use texture. Really dark in here. Okay, you can go ahead and zoom in now. One more time, we'll zoom in. Keep coming in here. Keep coming. There you go. Now I'm going to do the work on this near guy right here. I'm going to use a lot of scribbled texture. And on the ground, watch this. The light's coming from up here, coming down. So I'm going to cast a shadow down just a little angle. See that angle right here? I call that angle direction southwest. And it's called the drawing compass. Put a shadow cast on the ground. All right, I'm going to continue that shadow all the way across. Watch this. All the way across. Put another shadow all the way across. See, that shadow is going to help that identify. Go ahead and zoom out now just a bit. A little bit more right there. And I'll move this over. Look at how nice that shadow is. Now, over here, let's draw these hamsters' eyes on the right side. Put the thickness. And I'll put more fur. This is such a great exercise for texture and overlapping. Isn't that cool? He's going to be looking over his shoulder. Hey, get off my tail. Ow, you're on my tail. Here, put the fur. Lots of texture. And then, here, put that little reflection. Look, he stepped on his tail. Ow! He got startled. This fellow stepped back up into his tail. Dude, you're on my tail, man. Not cool. You can have any storyline. Your characters can have different voices. Your characters can have different stories to share. Put a nice dark here. Look, I'm putting this nook and cranny shadow. Put that nook and cranny shadow here. Nice and dark. And then moving back here. Now this guy, I think I'll have him looking over to the right. Put the near eye here. Gets smaller as it moves away. Go and put the texture. Go and put this texture over here. I'm going to move this over just a bit so you can see what I'm doing. And then I'm going to have him looking back over his shoulder. Leave a little reflection in the eyeball. And then now down here, look at this. It's going to be really dark. Real dark back in there. And then lighter and lighter, okay? Real dark. Now I'm going to do something really cool. Now watch this. You can take your finger and kind of blend it just a bit. Now not the whole thing. Don't take your finger and go and shade the entire image. Just take your finger. Look at, take your finger and just blend just a little bit like this. See this? Just a little bit. You can take your finger and blend just a bit here. Your finger will give it a nice, smooth, rounded shape. I'm going to put more first here. I'm not going to put any shading on this side. This is where the light hits. The light hits up here. But I will shade it darker underneath the eyeball. Okay? Sun's up here. So I'm going to shade it a little bit under this eye. Look at that, little bit under that eye here. And then blend it. Okay? Now I have a tool that you can use too besides your finger. You can use this is called a blending stump. It's a compressed piece of paper. Okay? You get these at any art supply store for about 30 cents if you want to get some. Now watch this. Blend here. If you teacher, send me an email and I can send you a website link where you can buy a bunch of these. You know, buy 30 of them for $10 a piece for your class. All right, now over here, I'm going to blend these. I'm going to take my Stompy or your finger, just use your finger. I'm going to pull this off, blend this. Add some more shading back here. Now we got to put the space helmets on now. So let's center this guy right there. There we go. Pull out just a bit. And look at, we're getting there. I want to do one more guy back here. He's going to be, he's going to look over this way. He's going to be looking at this fella. He's going, hey, what are you doing? How's your day going? You having a good day? I'm having a great day. Put the texture. And then let's draw the eye, put a little pupil in there. And then we'll shade. Now look at that. I almost forgot these guys' noses. I'm going to put a nose here. Little hamster noses. Hamster noses. Space hamsters! Right now it just looks like they're having a big party. It's a hamster party. Getting together for a birthday party. Having a hamster day. Hamster celebration. Now, I'll blend it. Blend the shadow. Shade nice. Always I get nice and dark under the eyes. I love shading dark under the eyes here. Then let's put the helmets on. This is the last thing we'll do. Okay, I'm going to darken in. There's one helmet on this guy. Now this helmet, let's do the near helmets first. And we're going to put a helmet here. We know the helmet's going to come below the nose. So start lightly with a circle and then darken it in. Draw. Now it takes a lot of courage to draw a dark line over your nice furry hamsters. Let's draw the antenna on this near hamster here. There's the antenna. And I'll move it down a bit so you can see the top. What I'm going to do here, I'm going to draw the radar dish. Now you can zoom in if you want. And I'll draw the radar dish. There you go. Right there's good. Now, I drew a C, and then we're going to draw a foreshortened circle. Look at that. Draw a foreshortened circle. And then inside here, look at that. Draw a little antenna. Okay? And I think I'll put another helmet right here. So the helmet has to come below the nose so the space hamster can breathe on the alien planet. There's his helmet. Now I'm going to angle the helmet. See, the space hamster is facing down a little bit, so I'm going to put his antenna angling down just a bit. See that? Draw the antenna, and then I'll draw the C here. Go ahead and zoom in just a bit. Draw the C. That's good right there. And draw a foreshortened circle. Another squished image. Remember that top of the cylinder? That's another lesson you really should click on, is the multiple cylinders. Those are great. Over here, we got to put one more helmet over here for this guy. We got to put an antenna. This guy's slanted down, so let's draw an antenna on him. And then I'm going to have, you know what? I'm going to reverse this one. I'm going to put the foreshortened cylinder, and then draw the antenna. This guy can't breathe. They can't breathe. They're on an alien journey. They're on an expedition, so we got to give him a helmet so he can breathe. Give him a helmet here. That's all right. See these lines here? You can erase those and clean those up later. But right now I'm going to put the antenna, and then I'm going to draw the ball and draw the foreshortened circle. Go ahead and zoom out so we can see the whole picture here. That is good right there. Look at that. We're getting there. This started off, I was going to draw this 8-minute lesson here and then zoom in just a bit if you would. A little bit there. And now we're going on a 15-minute lesson. I can't stop. Sometimes you just can't stop. We're having an art attack. Art attack. Draw, 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 draw. I can't stop myself. I'm just drawing. I can't stop. Now here's something. If you're drawing in a sketchbook, look what I'm doing. I'm smearing my drawing, making a mess. Sometimes you can take a piece of paper, put it down, put your hand on it, and then you shade like that. See, so you won't smear your drawing as you're shading. And then blend it. See, that's something that I learned from a professional illustrator. I'm going to shade down here. And go ahead and zoom out just a bit. Right there's fine. Zoom, shade underneath here, and then now zoom in again just a little bit. I want to show them this area right here. Okay, right there. I'm going to shade nice and dark inside the radar dish. Take your finger or take your paper stomp and blend it. Okay, over here, sometimes you can just use your finger and blend. You don't even have to add any pencil first. Just use your paper stomp here. Put a little bit of shading first, blend it, a little bit of shading. Remember the light. Zoom out now if you would. You can zoom all the way right there. And then zoom in. Oh, I got the tape. I'm trying to center it for you. All right, zoom in so I can get it right there. There you go. I'm going to secure that. We are almost done with this drawing. That is a lovely picture of space hamsters. Space hamsters taking over the planet. Okay, I want you guys, you girls and boys, draw every day. Draw for, 10 hours a day. Wonderful job on the space hamsters. Now look at this. I want you to go home tonight, and I want you to draw just 1,000 hamsters. Take a look at this. Now, this person right here, one of my students, they didn't do the space shields. They just wanted to get into all the little hamster drawings. There's an idea right there. Take a look at another student's work. Look at this. Look at, they have the space hamsters inside of a flying saucer with cool ears. But look at the tractor beam has all these other hamsters in it. Isn't that cool? Look at that. And all these, this is a different lesson we'll be doing is the volcano crater. That's coming up, okay? Look at all these neat drawings. Go home and practice these for hours and hours. Look at this drawing right here. Look at all these hamsters. These are from students just like you who are practicing and just went crazy. Let me show you another one. Any piece of paper will do at home. Look at this. They use computer paper, but look at all those hamsters. Ballpoint pen. Now that takes courage. Look at all these hamsters. Hamsters galore. Look at these hamsters everywhere with pencil rockets. Look at that horizon line, one of those 12 Renaissance words. Look at all these ideas. Look at all these hamsters right here. Now remember, if you want to get more ideas for drawing lessons, you can zoom out and I'll show you a cover of my book right here. It's Drawing in 3D with Mark Kistler. Take a look. There's thousands of drawings in here. Not thousands, it's like 350 lessons, but I want to show you one of my favorite. Look at little singing carrot right here. All kinds of cool lessons, okay? Look at that dog drooling. Blah. So you can take a look at that at your bookstore, Drawing in 3D with Mark. Well, I will see you on the next lesson. Great job, you guys. Tonight, draw 1,000 hamsters instead of watching TV.